surly gun-toting raccoon, a giant talking tree, 2 green aliens hellbent on revenge, and a space hero who believes his own hype when no one else does. This is the Guardians of the Galaxy, and on this special short take here at The Real Deal, we're going to be talking about the teaser trailer, which finally premiered as of midnight, I guess last night, this morning, and has been really taking the internet by storm. We figured we'd chime in on it as well. I'm Kevin Pauley.
And I'm Brian Hatcher.
And we're talking about this trailer. Brian, your thoughts coming out of the gates on Guardians of the Galaxy?
Well, certainly this is a property that, unless you're a comic book fan, and even if you are somewhat of a comic book fan, you might not be as familiar with. And what I really like about this trailer is it does acknowledge that.
Right out the gate.
Right. The first joke is, you know, Star-Lord introduces himself and everyone is like, who? You know? But it also, the trailer also does something that's it's rather unique in a trailer. You have that moment where you see all of the characters, and they name the characters off, so you know who everybody is.
Give you a little bit of background about them.
Exactly, so you know.
And again, like, you know, there's little hidden Easter eggs. You know, when you pause it, you know, what is the head about Rocket?
Oh, is it prone to biting?
And I love that. You know, and it's a good test. I showed the trailer today to my son, who is 8, and he knows Rocket Raccoon and the team from the Avengers cartoon,
right? Which
is better than it has any right to be. And he got so excited when he saw Rocket. I mean, he just thought that was the greatest thing. When Rocket, you know, hawks a loogie, he thought that was just greatness. So you know, and I think it definitely shows that it will work on the kids. And if you've seen some pictures of some of the merchandise that'll be coming out, I know for a fact I will have Rocket Raccoon action figures in my house this summer. That was going to happen anyway. Whether I had a kid or not, it doesn't matter, but that will be there. But you know, what I really like about this trailer is it definitely has a sense of fun, a sense of adventure, and a sense of scope. I mean, we're definitely getting a new corner of the Marvel Universe cinematically, and we're seeing a lot more stuff here, and it definitely seems like it's going to deliver on action. It's going to have, you know, all kinds of alien races. I mean, with all the different, you know, characters they're bringing in, you know, we've got connections to Thanos, we've got connections to the Kree, you know, we've got all these neat connections going on now, as well as, you know, through Star-Lord, a connection to Earth.
Exactly.
So now we get to really expand that universe, and to me, I love that it reminds me of 70s era Marvel comics, 80s era Marvel comics, you know, especially the Star Wars comics at that time. All the things that had nothing to do with the films. The world that they created outside of the movies. It has that kind of sense of fun.
It certainly does. And you know, especially when you see that first scene in the trailer that has that real Indiana Jones.
It does. Yeah, it does.
And it's no accident, because James Gunn, the director, he's made, you know, he's made his love of that movie known, and his wanting to bring that kind of fun into this movie. So, you know, that certainly excites me.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, everything, I mean, now granted, this is one of those movies that I can definitely say, I'm sure there are a lot of people who watched it and were like, what was that all about? I really don't get the hype. I don't understand why I'm supposed to be excited. But I think this is one of those where Marvel, I applaud them for taking a chance, and I think it's mainly because they have done so much establishment of goodwill through the rest of their franchises, and especially culminating in the Avengers, that they can take a chance on a property like this. And I think hopefully that people will be like, well, you know what, I don't really know what to think of this, but I love the Avengers, or I love the Thor movies, or I love the Captain America movies, or the Iron Man films, so I'll give it a shot. And my hope is that people will give this movie a shot, because I think it is a movie that is going to be way more fun than anybody is prepared for.
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you something else I like about this movie, is that in superhero movies, in Marvel, but in a lot of superhero movies, you don't really have a preponderance of strong, good female characters.
Right.
And what's great about this movie is that it's going to have 2 of them. You're going to have Gamora, played by Zoe Saldana,
who's fantastic,
who's amazing, and then you're also going to have Nebula, who's played by Karen Gillan,
one of my favorite companions
from Doctor Who, exactly. And James Gunn says that these are going to be his Clint Eastwoods of the film.
Yeah, you got your Clint Eastwood and your Lee Van Cleef. I love that idea, man. That's
and I'll tell you what, that moment where it looks like they're getting ready to throw down, I'm ready for that fight.
Absolutely. So, you know, for those of you watching at home, what did you think of the trailer? Are you a fan of the comic already? And if so, did the trailer live up to your expectations? Have you never even heard of the comic, and did the trailer at least whet your appetite? Or are you just turned off completely? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. And again, become one of the Man Addict fanatics. Let us know your thoughts down below. Brian, before we head out, any final thoughts on the trailer?
Well, one thing I can definitely tell you, at the end, when they put that Marvel logo at the top, you know, just to say, hey, you know what we've done before, give us, you know, trust us on this. And I have to say, after seeing this trailer, I certainly am looking forward to seeing Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's the film I've always said, if they can make this one work, it's almost like they're licensed to print money. So we'll see what happens this summer, but I got a good feeling Some could say you could be hooked on a feeling. And don't be surprised if you see that popping up, getting a lot of downloads lately on iTunes and popping up on YouTube a lot, now that that's been unveiled. Yes. Folks, this has been a Real Deal short take. Again, let us know in the comments below what you think of the trailer, and are you excited as much as we are to see the Guardians of the Galaxy? Until next time, I'm Kevin Polly.
And I'm Brian Hatcher.
And this has been a Real Deal short take. Thanks for joining us.